When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome everyone to Orlando, Florida, the Bounce House, home of the UCF Knights. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, a crew looking to make a statement, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll try the left side. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And those body blows really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. He's got it on the outside. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
To the ground with the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Knights are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Come on, alligator arms. I know you're running over the middle of the field, but do your quarterback a favor and just make the play.
They'll send the back in motion. The give to the back. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Crosses the tap. They'll finish the ride in the end zone. Touchdown, UCF!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Coming out with it, it's Robinson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. To throw, it's Baker. Looking left. Got him downfield. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he's got total trouble moving the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Shipp. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
It's Ashley. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Unloads it left. This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and managing. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Boy, there wasn't... room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
The Knights will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
He's got him this time. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attack. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is extended a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These dogs have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Florida. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They'll run play action. Takes a hit as he fires. A strike downfield.
And what a great job of being cool under pressure. He knew there was a defender about to hit him, and he held on to it as long as he could before letting it go. He paid for it, but what an accurate shot vertically down the field for an explosive play in the passing game.
Pulls it in. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Looking for a man. It's Baker. Under fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
The earth is shaking. Bounce House living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. make the play on third down. One team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. If I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Fowling to the right, complete. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Knights come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
The Knights are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. Go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The Knights will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Working that left side now.
I mean, what great athletic ability to toe tap the sidelines and keep him in bounds. What a 1-yard gain.
Third down has been right in the wheelhouse on this drive. They've already converted a couple of times, but they need the full 10 yards now. Leaves it with the back. They've got enough for the first down. They're in the red zone at the 20.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They're dealing with a second and long. They try to put a run on the draw. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Right, trying to convert. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. From the gun. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big and they take over.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Moving out to the right. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return. They got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in week 10. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the score.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down. Oh, they're after him. Had to throw it before he wanted. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to pass. It's Baker. Here's the hit. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got a man. It's gone. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. He's got an open man. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Offense, quick tempo. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Rush is on him. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage, and you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistently.
It's caught. It's a touchdown.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. The short hand, it's Johnson. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The Knights want to crank the tempo. Give to the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. They'll go to the ground. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
They boot it away. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Cross through the middle. It's Schiff. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play, and the wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college football, but to do it while also being cognizant of where you are in the field and making sure you get a foot down inbounds, that's really impressive.
Just enough time to get off one more snap. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. He just barely got enough, but that one has just barely kept him straight enough, too. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
And that's That's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Oh, look at Mr. Just taking the squibber inside the 30. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Knights will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Green. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Keep it on the ground to start the second half. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Baker. It's Jeffrey. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. Trying to get the edge on the toss. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Buying some time. He's going to fire to the left. Holds it in on the sideline. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. The bounce house is rolling here on third down, trying to help you see it. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. They're facing a third down. Back to throw, it's Baker. It's on target and complete. Still on his feet at the 45. All out of space. He's at the 10. Touchdown.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this, a running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Once you get in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now for this defense moving forward.
And the returner will be knocked down. Offense ready to go back to work. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. corral, but not before he picks up the first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. The give from the gun. And that's a very productive first down play of bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Wide open downfield. Wide open down the field. Touchdown, USA! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Back to throw, it's Baker. Swings it out to the flat. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn that field for the first.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And those corner routes, those quarterbacks need to throw the ball with some air and put it towards the sideline, away from the defender. You could tell a little bit maybe underthrown. The defender doing a good job sticking with the play, getting his hand on the football, and getting the deflection.
The earth is shaking. Bounce house living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. Looking downfield. Finds his man open. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make the first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Baker. Pressure coming. Complete to the right. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Ship. Enough space. The hands. The feet. He steps his way into the end zone for the touchdown. With
football. We've got eyes on it. Check this out. Ole Miss looks like an old punching bag out there today. And any way you slice it, this fan base, heck, this coaching staff just didn't expect that. They're trailing by 15 to Boston College. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. On first down, here comes this offense. To the air on first down. Now improvising. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball flies in.
Throwing right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
We'll give the defense credit there on 3rd down. It almost looked like they were expecting the screen. They gave up a few yards, but not enough for a first down. Now they've got a chance to get off the field.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Steps away to find some room. And some room to work. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chain.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried, when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The Knights will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Can't wait to see how this fourth quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll ride the hot hand. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
To throw, it's Baker. Fires to the big fella. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback runs out. Down he goes at the 38.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. Second down, he'll throw it. It's complete on the right side. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
From the gun, the running back has it. Got some room, head to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. I think one of the keys of this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
And the D denied him on 2nd and goal. A run for the quarterback. And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air, can make plays with his feet like this, runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. once again. What do you think about that? They weren't able to move it on their last possession. Ended up running it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Out of the gun, they give it to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
It's Ashley. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Quarterback keeps it. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Johnson. Just taking me in. This drive will start at the 25. So guys, we'll see this offense again. Low pass to pass. Incompletion. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
They'll run it from the gun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The bounce house is rolling here on third down, trying to help you see it. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Running to the left. Fouls through the defense. Got enough for the first. He's loose down the left side. Finds the finish line for the touchdown.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burns, and he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Ole Miss looks like an old punching bag out there today, and any way you slice it, This fan base, heck, this coaching staff just didn't expect that. They're trailing by 15 to Boston College. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys,
thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
Get some momentum here.
He might want another play. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Using the quick game. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down.
Really good job by the defense, understanding third down, the situation in the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a fourth down.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field.
Tighten up defense.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Runs for the tackle. Gets it past the marker. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the fourth quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
Toss to the outside. Look out, he's got room. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Turning it on. Sprints into the end zone for a touchdown. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, lost a throw. Throws to the wideout. Downfield. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to go up top on first down. He wants a big play here late. They Sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. The Knights racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after they play up top. They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, first and goal.
Made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the other?
And the extra point was good. Just under 40 seconds to go, and it's going to come down to whether they can get this onside kick to have a shot. They got it. They will recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Ashley.
The next clock is ticking, so we've got to make sure. I understand if I don't get the first down, I got to get out of bounds. I think he should have got out of bounds to stop this clock. This offense, they got to hurry up, get to the line of scrimmage, and start running some plays.
Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Gotta find a completion on this one. A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off. That's number 10. Trying to take it back. And that pick will seal the game as the clock strikes 0. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. And that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.